Good morning, this is KELOLAND on the go, with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
Law enforcement in Moody County continue to honor one of their own.
Moody County law enforcement traveled to Washington, D.C. last week to honor Chief Deputy Ken Prorock. Prorock was killed in the line of duty last year. During National Police Week, Prorock's name was engraved into the National Law Enforcement Memorial Wall.
I think it was significant, one, that we were out there as a group, and two, honoring Ken was a very nice tribute to be able to be out there to do that.
The week included a candlelight vigil, a memorial service, and support classes.
A former Kearney County deputy sheriff is in custody this morning, accused of raping a child.
Authorities were called to Kevin Circle near Dunham Park in western Sioux Falls Sunday, where a standoff ensued. After SWAT was called in, police eventually took 35-year-old Kip Stearns into custody.
Court documents say that Stearns allegedly had sexual encounters with the juvenile victim for about 8 years. According to state records, Stearns lost his law enforcement license last year after being accused of an illegal search and lying on an official report and affidavits.
That is one of 2 child rape cases we're following.
The other case involves a 21-year-old man who allegedly met his victim on Instagram. Court documents say Andres Cano de Leon met the girl last year when she was 13 or 14. Earlier this year, he allegedly began picking her up from middle school without her parents knowing.
Cano de Leon was booked into the Minnehaha County Jail on Friday and appeared in court Monday afternoon. The judge got rid of his bond because he's being held by ICE. According to the affidavit, he is not a U.S. citizen, and a Sioux Falls detective was unable to confirm his identity.
Now let's get a check of this morning's weather with meteorologist Scott Munt. Good morning, Scott.
Good morning, Summer. We are looking at a cooler, cold day today. Temperatures only in the 40s and 50s for afternoon highs. As we continue to follow rain that's coming in from the east and the southeast, a lot of it will cover northeastern KELOLAND throughout the morning and through the afternoon hours. As you see, temperatures for some will be stuck in the 40s. Huron, Brookings, Watertown, Sisseton, areas to the east will try to hit 52 today in Sioux Falls, 51 in Pierre, and 56 in Rapid City. Brian will have more details on your forecast coming up.
Thank you, Scott. The weather has hindered Memorial Day preparations at some KELOLAND cemeteries.
The staff at Mount Pleasant Cemetery in Sioux Falls have been picking up branches knocked down by strong winds. One tree on the cemetery grounds was even split in half by the wind.
We got people out mowing, we got volunteers out getting urns ready to put the plants in this week, but every time the weather doesn't cooperate with us, it slows us down.
Gage says unfavorable weather conditions are almost always a given around Memorial Day. He says the cemetery will be ready in time to welcome all the visitors over the holiday weekend.
It's National Foster Care Awareness Month, which is a great reason to give back however you can.
If you aren't able to become a foster parent, the Foster Network has great opportunities for you to volunteer. Volunteers are a vital part of their operation.
Foster families take on that critical role of being able to take kids in, but it's very difficult for them to be able to do that on their own. So our role is to support them. The way we do that is with volunteer aid. We've had hundreds of hours of volunteer assistance so far this year alone.
Moody says that so far this year they've had more than 1,000 visits of children that have come in needing clothing or different items.
The Bishop Dudley Center for Families opened nearly 7 months ago.
So far, the center has provided shelter for 26 families, including 58 kids. The center is expecting more activity during the day once school gets out. That also means more volunteers will be needed.
Especially with school getting out, we're going to need help with people coming in and helping serve lunch, making some lunch, some sandwiches and things like that to help us out.
To sign up to volunteer, just head to this story on KELOLAND.com. That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get another check of your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, some rain over the past couple of days. You can see the radar loop this morning showing where these areas of rain have been pivoting the last 6 to 12 hours. And for the most part, the biggest piece is now in Minnesota. This is actually still coming back to the northwest. So if you're in Watertown and Millbank and Sisseton, you folks there are getting more of that. And then you can kind of trace the lines going back into western South Dakota with some wraparound snows in the northern Black Hills. Rain totals I know that these numbers are still changing, so keep that in mind that through the day today. We're going to add to these a little bit more. Sioux Falls area, roughly about 3/4 of an inch on the east side of town. West side of Sioux Falls is more than that, and you go a little bit farther west into the Humboldt, Hartford area, you'll find some 1.5 inch numbers, even a little bit more than that with those thunderstorms yesterday. So the numbers, again, will likely change a little more here, and then the Northeast especially, that's true. Those numbers are going up as we speak in Sisseton and Watertown. We're going to end up with at least 1 inch or 2 of rain. That rain seems very likely. We've already had 1 2/3 inches in parts of Meade County, northeast of Rapid City, and 1 1/3 inches or close to that number in Eagle Butte. So some nice healthy numbers there in the northwest, and the southwest finally getting in on some of this too, with a better than 1 inch of rain southwest of Hot Springs the last 48 hours. And there should be more rain in that southwest corner going into Memorial Day weekend. In fact, that's one spot that actually looks more favorable for rain. So that's some very good news. There's the rain today. The northeast fills in. You'll notice Sioux Falls getting some scattered hit and miss showers with the drizzle, and not a warm day at all. We're going to just be hovering in the 40s. Look at tonight. We're in the 30s. And yes, it may perhaps mix with a little snow around Watertown, Sisseton. The northern areas, we get up into North Dakota, it's much more likely up toward Bismarck that we will have some snow tonight. So just to let you know that that's going on. Tomorrow, another chilly day. Even a few more rain showers wrap around that low. East River, maybe a thunder shower in the west, and another night in the 30s for Thursday morning. That one looks a little colder in the west, so we'll see if any frost develops out toward Phillip and Faith with that. 52 today, Sioux Falls, not very warm. And then, of course, staying near 50 tomorrow. Thursday, we gain a little traction. 62, another system moving into western South Dakota Thursday night into Friday. And we're going to kick off the weekend with a few showers. I think Sioux Falls area will probably have a few more chances on Sunday. So we'll keep the highs in the 60s with that. It looks like Aberdeen, at this point, a little bit drier. There is a chance of a shower on Sunday, but we'd like to focus more into southwestern South Dakota. That's actually going to be the best chance of rain this weekend, especially Saturday into Sunday. Looks like a good chance of rain in the hills. Not exactly great for outdoors activities, but it's much welcome rain given the drought. We'll give you more details, of course, on the forecast online at KENDLELAND.com.